This is the Ding Dong Gong Show.
Vauxhall Comedy Club, are you ready for the start of the Ding Dong Gong Show? Come on, you know how this works. Are you ready for the start of the Ding Dong Gong Show? Come on, we need more noise than that. Are you ready for the start of the show? That's better. Please make some noise for your host, David Lewis.
Thank you very much. Hello, Vauxhall Comedy. Well, you all right? This is like a fucking wake or something. All right, and not just because you three have murdered someone before, but an actual wake. So that's fine. I'm David. I'm going to be your host for tonight's show. Give me a cheer if you have been to the Vauxhall Comedy Club Ding Dong event before. Some people, give me a cheer. It's your first time ever. Most of you guys. Let me explain how it works. This is how it's going to do. I'm going to do like 5 minutes at the top. I'm going to explain how it works. I'm going to like take the piss out of these three until one of them gets violent. And then I'm going to bring the judges on. You're going to see some acts. I'm going to take a lot of MDMA during the break. I'm going to come up by the end. And then when it's all over, I'm going to lose custody of my child. Are we happy with that? Okay, don't touch me, but well done. Okay, good. No, I like it. We'll come back. We'll go on then. 1, 2, 1, 2. So, this is how we're going to roll. This is not your usual comedy club night, all right? Last night, this place gets like 5 or 6 brilliant comedians, professional. They come in, smash the fuck out of it. It's brilliant. Tonight, you're going to be seeing a lot of people who one day are going to be massive in IT, okay? Nothing to do with fucking comedy, some of them, but don't worry, they're all going to be coming up here. There are some aspiring comedians. Give us a wave, comedians. There they are at the back of the room, doing what they do best before the show, cutting themselves, okay? So don't worry about them. They're getting in the mood for it. They're going to be coming up here. Each of them is going to be doing 5 minutes, but you guys where the fuck did you come from, Andrew Tate? Well, Andrew Tate has been released from prison. He's out very soon. Okay, I like that. Look, listen, mate, anything is better than Borat, okay? So trust me, that's all good. Listen, I'll explain to you, you big incel, in a second. But for now, let me explain how tonight's show is going to work, all right? This is it. You're going to be seeing a selection of people coming up. And by selection of people, I mean like loads of white middle-class men talking about their dick, okay? Because it's the open mic scene. It's entirely unregulated. That's how it works. But don't worry about that. They're going to be coming up here one by one, right? They're going to be doing 5 minutes of material, but you guys have the power to vote them off. I'm going to be selecting 4 judges in just a moment, right? They're going to be doing 5 minutes of material, but after 1 minute, you will hear from the God booth up here this sound. And at that point, if you are not enjoying the act for whatever reason, you have the chance to vote them off, all right? Are we clear? And then when that person gets gonged off early, what normally happens is they put stones in their pockets, they go about 200 meters up the road and jump in the Thames, okay? And that is okay. That is okay. Their martyrdom, sorry, you're disgusted by this stuff over here. I'm sorry there, sir. You've lost 4 friends already to this, and we'll see how it goes tonight. But don't worry, their martyrdom will bring us all together as a comedy group, all right? So by the end of the show, we're all going to be smashing it, all right? So it's fine. The trick to this show is this, right? You're going to be seeing these comedians. I've seen some of them before. They're really funny, but if you are not connecting with them, you have to get rid, all right? We can't have like some comedian who's not making any sense just up here for 4 minutes, all right? Just because they sort of fucking done Ket with these boys earlier on this afternoon, all right? That in and of itself is not, sorry, just this guy. That is not in and of itself a reason to keep them up, all right? You'll see it all done, it's fine. If they get gonged off, just so you know, there's some musical accompaniments. We like to camp up a bit. If they are gonged off, you will hear this sound. Another one bites the dust. He absolutely does, all right? And that means they go, as I say, go and throw themselves in the Thames or throw themselves in front of an oncoming juggernaut. But the winners, if they get through and they get the full 5 minutes, they will hear this sound. That is true. Thank you for letting everyone know you are a Gen Zer and singing along. All right, so that's fine. Don't worry, it's all good. But you are the key, essentially, right? Some comedy shows, it's all about the acts. Tonight, it is about the acts, but it's also about you guys. You all have a part to play in tonight's show, all right? All of you. If you are not, I'm so sorry I was speaking at the same time as you at the comedy show I was hosting. What a prick I am. Okay, so that's fine. Don't worry, it's all good. You all have a part to play. If you're not enjoying it, you can shout out, you can encourage people to gong them off, right? We do not want people who are just not being funny to be on doing 3.5, 4 minutes. Everyone's going to be looking at their phone. This guy's going to be downloading Bumble and then deleting it all within the space of 1 act, all right? That's 5 minutes, right? That's how depressing it could be. So, for whatever reason, if you're not enjoying the act, shout out. What are you going to say? Like that, okay, very aggressive from this guy over here. I wasn't sure if he's in on it, if he's just speaking to me privately. But either way, what are you going to say? Gong him off, what are you going to say? Shout it. Done, all right, okay, I like that. You are really aggy, I like that. The housing crisis has cut hard over here. There's a lot of energy and tension. If you don't like it, encourage the people who are judging to gong them off, all right? We'll get there together. I'm just saying what we don't want. We've all got homes to go to, me and the comedians, right? Obviously, by homes, I mean rented, shared accommodation in Zone 9. But we have got homes to go to. We've never had someone so polite as to put their hand in the air and ask a question like this was a university lecture. I love that. Yes, madam. Someone, are you chewing, first of all?
Just a quick interruption. Could you stop filming the show, please, fella?
Yes, I didn't see you were filming. Yeah, if you can stop doing that. Yes, I'll speak to you afterwards, okay? I don't anything on OnlyFans with the rest of your content, all right, you big freak. So, yes. Say again? Can you gong me off? First of all, go fuck yourself. And second of all, no, if you do that, I will sue. Okay, so it's all the show I'm hosting. It's a very reasonable question to ask, and I love the fact that you are here with all of your friends from your GCSE class, but we have got a show to get through, all right? Security, anyone here? No? Okay, well, she's over there. All right, listen, there's going to be, after each act you're going to see, we're going to be judged. They're going to be judged, I should say, regardless if they get through or not. They're all going to stand here and listen to these two brilliant pro judges. I'm going to bring them on now, actually, because I want to hear what they've got to say. Please welcome your two judges for the evening, the wonderful Tom Elwes and Hattie Preston. Give them a cheer. Now, these guys are going to judge. The winner, just so you know, the winner of tonight's show gets to come and play here, sometimes in the room next door. Last night there was like 170 and a huge thing. So they get to play on a pro or semi-pro night. That is a pretty good prize for an aspiring comic. Tom, hello, mate.
Hello.
Do you know any of these guys, first of all?
No.
Good. All right, so what are you looking for tonight?
I'm looking for jokes, and I'm looking for savagery, a level of the lady in the red top. That is what I'm going for. Yes,
that is good. All right. I'd say normally the joke would be, oh, my ex-girlfriend's here, but if I did say that, obviously, I would be arrested. So that's fine. Yeah, looking for jokes, savagery, all that stuff. Hattie, after anything in particular?
I think, am I on? Thank you, Lee. Thank you, Lee. I'm pyrotechnics, I think.
Okay.
I just think no comedian on the scene is doing work with fire right now.
It's true, all right.
And a lot of people are talking about that. And I think, so yeah, pyrotechnics for me, thanks, actually would be great.
Or if you put the on switch on that machine next to you, that may be the start. I'm not sure.
That might be the start, yeah, exactly.
All right.
This might be a whole prop
That's
thing.
our golden buzzer, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's how it works. No
That's
worries.
where the comedians who bombed last week are in, and we just shoot them out.
Shoot them out the cannon.
Like
Let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
No worries. Well, thank you. Essentially, you're looking for someone to sort of join Al-Qaeda at some point during the night and blow themselves up. It may be me. Who knows? Yeah. All right. Thank you very much indeed. Now, this is how we're going to roll. We need 4 people to be judges. We need real pieces of shit to be the judges. So guess who I've got my eye on already over there, madam. So this is how we're going to roll. If you could pass me one of the gongs, please. Would you like to tell us your name, lady in red? Would you be a judge? Adair. Okay, Adair's going to be number 1 judge. There you go. These are your gongs, okay? There you go. Just make sure it's on. That's your first one. Please pass that back to Adair, sir. There you go. Yeah.
Please turn the lights on it as well.
If you can turn the lights on too, that would be good.
Yeah,
I need someone on the front row. Yeah, you, sir. Are you a piece of shit? This guy. Well, you want to be a judge, don't you? All right there. Okay, let's have one more. Where have I put it? Thank you very much. Oh no, this one was for you actually, buddy. Yes. We'll give this one to you. Let me see how it turns on. There you go. So that's good. I think, is that on or off? I may have turned it off by accident. Do you know what, you, madam? You wanted to be a judge. Tell us your name. Sophie. Let's give it up for Sophie. She's your next act. There you go, Sophie. I think this was yours. We confiscated it on the way in, but you get it back now. That's the most important thing. And then we've got one more. Who wants to be a judge over here? This lady on the front row. I want 2 men and 2 women, I think. Obviously, gender's a social construct, etc. But what about, maybe we'll change it for the second half. Don't worry. You, sir, will you be a judge? That's all right. I want you to have the same energy that you obviously take into Clapham Foxtons every Monday morning where you work, okay? That's what I want for this place. Sorry, I take it back. It's Balham Foxtons. So good on you. There you go. You get... The light's broken. How disappointing. All right. This is how we're going to... There you go. So tell us your name. Tell us your name. Dylan. Okay, Dylan, do you understand intellectually the rules? I'm not 100% sure you're on board. You do. Right. So remember, this is how we're going to roll. We will all pick this up as we go along. You're going to be hearing 5 minutes of material. After 1 minute, you'll hear that ding. Will you play it one more for us, please, Lee, in the God booth? If you are not enjoying the act, this is what I need to impress upon you. If you are not enjoying the act, get rid. There is nothing worse than 4 minutes because everyone's too fucking polite to get them off, right? I mean, you won't be polite, you won't be polite, you won't be polite. You just don't intellectually understand what's happening. So it's all in all, it's going to be quite tricky, all right? If 3 gongs go, I think they go anyway, don't they? So 3 is enough.
They do. 3's enough.
3's enough. There you go. So if they see 3, they are gone. Show me what you're going to do, and this is what's going to happen. Show me what you're going to do if you're not enjoying it. Up in the air.
Right in the air. There we go. I need to see them from up here.
And they will count them, all right? All right. Okay. It's got real sort of sick form, like field trip energy tonight, this show, but we'll see how we go. All right, listen, there's going to be some fucking great acts you will see. Some we're going to pick out from the bucket. Some have already booked in with us before. Either way, it's going to be fucking brilliant. I'm delighted to see it. The only thing is, listen to what they have to say after 1 minute, but if you're not enjoying it, if they're rubbish, I don't want to see anyone get through who is just not worth the time, all right? Because we've got a few acts to get through. We want you guys to have a brilliant time. There's been some sort of incident over here. I'm not sure. Have you gone over and stabbed someone without me noticing it, boys on the front row? No, you're okay? That's all right. Just walk on and interrupt the show. No one minds. All right, great. All right, so that's how we're going to roll. All right, boys. What's the occasion? What brings you all here tonight? Last question. Whose birthday is it? Is it your birthday? Okay, listen, they've all got fucking electronic tags on their ankles anyway, so we need to get this show done by 9 p.m. because they're all on curfew or they're going to be recalled to Pentonville, all right? The Beast Wing is missing 4 of its weakest members. So, let's not worry, let's crack on, let's make it all happen. Are we pumped? Are you looking forward to some comedy, ladies and gentlemen? I cannot wait. I think we're going to start with someone pulled from this thing. Hattie, would you be kind enough to please let us know who our first act is this evening?
The first act from... Am I on, Lee? Okay, no.
I don't do sound. I just do the sound effects.
No, I know. Thank you.
You're on.
Is Ryan O'Farrell.
Bravo!
Turn down for what? Turn down for what? Turn down for what?
Well, how are we? As you can tell by my haircut, well, thank you very much. As you can tell by my haircut and how I choose to spend my Sunday nights, I'm unemployed, which is a bit unfortunate. But you know, your timetable is kind of different when you're unemployed. It's not like the 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. I'm more 3 p.m. to 3 a.m., 12 hours sleep, you know, 8 hours a night, 4 during the day. It's very important to me. But yeah, it's expensive when you're unemployed. And especially 2 weekends ago, the match day and Paddy's Day back to back. And I'm back in Ireland, so we were in shambles on Sunday. And like that was the time to take us back. Like you had your chance Sunday morning. We were in a terrible state. But the rules are kind of different on like Paddy's Day and on match day. Like, you know, someone's like, you drinking at 2 p.m? And you're like, man, it's match day. Like, leave me alone. And you're like, I don't know you smoke. And you're like, man, it's match day. Like, fucking come on, relax. Don't you have a girlfriend? And you're like, man, Jesus, I'm trying to watch the fucking match. But we're very patriotic as Irish fans for our team.
One dong.
We are very patriotic. You know, we like to think we play as big a role as the players, you know.
2 dongs.
We're like, you boys go over to France, we'll hold down.
3 dongs.
Thank you, Ryan, for kicking off the show. Tom Elwes.
So, how long are you going, man?
Sorry, put the mic away. It's my 7th time doing
Your
comedy.
7th time doing
Yeah.
comedy? Oh, come on. Well done, man. 7th time. Man, soon you will have the confidence that haircut portrays. Okay,
I know,
so Don't worry about it, man. Just keep going, keep trucking along, keep at it, and eventually, like the jokes will come like more consistently. That's it. But you got some good stuff there. I like where you were headed with it.
Yeah.
And I don't think they gave you the time, but you just keep working at it, and you'll get there.
Thanks very much. Thanks very much. Oh, this is too nice. I feel like this isn't putting the stones in.
If comedy doesn't work out, you can always go back to Mumford and Sons, so it's fine.
I feel like I know I keep going on about this. How's the sound for you guys? Right, same. I can't hear a fucking thing, and I'm not trying to beef up the tech team, but like Ryan.
That could be the Irish accents, just.
Yeah, well, yeah, sure.
I am.
This is good. I just feel like we are talking at the same level as the audience, and that's no disrespect to you guys. I just don't think it's on. Like, could you? Okay, Ryan, yeah, crack on. 7th gig. You're working it all out. God bless you for making this your 7th gig.
Yeah.
One of my critiques was going to be like, oh, it just sounds like you're having a conversation. But actually, that's a really lovely place to start from with comedy. I'd much rather that when someone gets on is like, so like, good for you. Crack on. It'll be grand. You're great.
Thanks
You're
very
right.
much.
All right.
Thanks so much.
Ryan, thank you very much for doing that. If it's any consolation, I think at least 3 people in the first row will fuck you. That's the first thing that I liked about it, and all the 4 boys are particularly jealous of your haircut. I think, look, I was struck by, I wasn't 100% sure. I mean, were there jokes in there? Were you doing a build-up to a big thing?
Yeah, I kind of didn't like really emphasize where the jokes were, like when I was saying them.
Yeah.
I didn't change my tone of voice or anything.
And that's all right. Well, that comes with time. And I say crack on. Only 7th gig in. That's good. When you did come up, I was worried there was going to be a sort of school shooting. But fortunately,
we put out that
fortunately, it was jokes. So there's always time to post your manifesto on 4chan. And if that doesn't happen, then good luck. But we hope to see you around. Thank you for kicking off tonight. It's a difficult place to start, Ryan. Bravo. Right. Our first person from the set list, please bring on John Alray.
Hello, guys. Good evening. How's everyone doing? Okay, I know what you're thinking, first of all, guys. Gordon Ramsay's fallen on hard times, hasn't he? It's a little bit like as if he stopped cooking food and started cooking smack, and then decided to try his hand at stand-up. But don't be unkind, actually, guys, because that's a bit unfair. The reason I look tired is because I've just become a parent. Again, for the 2nd time. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. So we're right in that early stage where there's a lot of crying, a lot of tantrums, a lot of vomiting, and that's just me. Actually, the baby's quite well behaved, but I am screaming constantly and shitting myself. But that's how it goes. Are there any parents here tonight? I guess not. Just looking at the crowd. There's no teen brides. That's fine. But trust me, when you become a parent, if there's this initial stage where you have a baby and you've just got to fucking grit your teeth and try and get through it. And that's where we are now, because our newborn is now just 8 years old. And he's got a brother who's 10. So we're about halfway through that unbearable phase before they finally start to fend for themselves a bit and you get a breather. And, you know, that's sort of where we are right now. But, you know, I do love being a parent. It's really nice. But I must say, as housemates, kids can be quite needy. They can expect quite a lot. Even that is starting to change, though. Recently, our youngest, our newborn, woke me up because he was trying to unlock my phone by pointing it at my face while I was asleep. And he sort of got it wrong and shoved it in my face and woke me up. And his response to me waking up was just to go, "Oh, fuck, shit." And I was like, that is not the nicest thing that you want to hear when you've just woken up and you realize in that moment I would have been more used to him if I was either asleep or dead. So the fact that I've just made it through the night is to him quite a disappointment. But no, I must say, as I say, it is nice being a parent. I do enjoy it. But one of the things I find irritating is when you meet other parents who just seem to be effortlessly good at it. We were away with some other families.
2 dongs.
There were these other families who were the dads would get up in the morning and they'd be they'd find their children and they'd cook them a nice meal and take them for a fucking French lesson. I think, what are you doing, guys? You're just making me look bad, which is very selfish. And so my wife would say to me, don't overreact, Tom. You don't need to overreact. And why don't you just try it the next day? So I'd get up the next day, I'd find our kids, and I'd say to them, hey guys, how about today we have an omelette? And they'd just look at me and say, why are you being weird, Dad? We've been up for hours already. We've had 2 fistfuls of Cheerios, and we've unlocked your phone with your face. We've been watching The Shining on YouTube. So everything's fine. But we've got 2 sons. We have an heir and a spare. Something you never really want to hear as a youngest child, that is it. But it's fine, I can say that, because we've decided we will, of course, leave them both exactly the same amount, which is fuck all. But I did find it hilarious that Prince Harry called his book Spare. Did you see this? Because it simply shows that he still considers himself to be a spare for the job of king, which he isn't, of course. What he is an absolute fucking last resort. There's no doubt about it. The bit that I liked in his book is when he talked about how William called him up and said, sad news, Harry, but Granny has died and Daddy is now king.
Give it up for John Elridge.
Yeah.
Unlucky. Hattie.
Lee, how long did he get? Lee, how long did he get?
4 minutes and 5 seconds.
You're close. John, I really like the scraggy Daniel Craig thing you've got going on. I really like it. It's great. I'm really sorry you're interrupted by the saddest speed dating situation going on in front of the front row here. I don't know what it is, but like the train spotting extras talking to dairy girls, and it's just like it's just a fucking lot. So you did really well. You're hilarious. There we go. They did listen. You're great. How long have you been going?
Not long. A few months.
You've got a natural likability, which is a lot more than I can say for the most of the male comedians on the scene. So really well done. Just keep going. It's all there. Stage presence is good. Crack on.
Bravo. Yeah, man, you're the best looking dad comedian on the circuit. Well done, yeah. Look at that. I mean, look, I'll be honest, the only reason I think you didn't make it was because these boys on the front row were intimidated by you. And that was it. So they had to gong you off. But I was enjoying it. I was loving it. And I think just keep doing what you're doing and you'll get there, man. 100%.
Yeah, look, I mean, the only criticism I'd say is when you asked who here is a parent, and when you're asking an audience, many of whom aren't actually legally old enough to have sex, let alone to have a child. But it doesn't look like that stopped quite a few of them, to be fair. Look, I thought it was really good. I've seen you before. It's like the 3rd time I've seen you, and I think it's always good. And I think it's good that you're sort of doing different sorts of shows. You gigged here before in front of some sort of like, it was quite a middle class, sort of like bourgeois, posh crowd. And tonight, gigging quite a few people with stolen cars and mobiles with them too. So that's the most, sorry, that was just Andrew Tate in his face. So all in all, I think that the future's good. I think whatever you're taking to keep the weight off, fucking go up on that. We
Let us know what it is, mate.
Yeah, I mean, I love it. Whatever it is, all that slimming pills, you do look like you are coming off heroin, and I love that. So well done, you. John Elridge, that was brilliant, man. Well done to you. I'm afraid to get through. All right, let's have one more. Neve Curran, you're up. Welcome on, Neve Curran.
Hi guys. Hello. I'm Neve. I'm from Belfast. Yeah. Are you from? No. Yeah. So I don't know why you're cheering. I'm from Belfast. I really miss Belfast living here because it's got this great vibe. Do you know that kind of vibe where everyone has PTSD but they're not dealing with it? Some things about me. So I've started dating while I've been here, and I put together a couple statistics about my dating, normal things. So for example, 1/4 of the people I've dated have been on University Challenge. And 8 of the people I've dated have been on the semi-finals of University Challenge. 1/32 of the people I've dated don't understand fractions. And 100% of those people did not make me come. I noticed I was going through a bit of a rebel phase while I was putting these stats together. And people do this, you know, they date people with loads of tattoos or ride motorbikes to piss off their parents. But my parents are Irish Republicans. So I was aiming for like members of the British monarchy. Didn't really go to plan. I don't think I'm quite their type. I'm not like a child. Yeah, they are nonsense. I did, you'll see the end of my hair, I tried going blonde because I thought it might help with my dating, but this didn't work out because you know what they say about blondes? You know what they say about blondes? Yeah, that's right, they still have to take their antidepressants. Did not help that one. I rent in London, give us a shout if you rent. Yeah, give us a shout if you fucking hate landlords. I feel like that should be more violent, but I don't think my landlord gives a shit about my well-being. I really think I could phone him up and be like, hey, Marcus, just want to talk to you about this problem we've been having at about 3 a.m. every day. The walls do what I can only really describe as weep blood. And there's like writing in the blood and it says things like, get out of this house. And you will die here. And some of it's in Latin. And I know, yeah, you're right, we're not allowed to put anything on the walls, but we didn't. And also, actually, on that note, there's been a lot of crucifixes. Yeah, we didn't hang them up, and they are all upside down. And there's these dolls, and their heads spin around. And, oh, yeah, and there's this voice I hear every night, and it sort of says, like, I am known by many names. So if I was wondering if that was like a council issue, or, yeah, just open my windows. Yeah, no, sorry to interrupt your holiday. You do work very hard. My house isn't possessed, but I did briefly think it was haunted because I heard these like weird noises. And then one day I went to that cupboard in the kitchen that we all have. It's just a cupboard that's full of plastic bags. And I opened it and parakeet. There's a fucking parakeet in my walls, so just London renting problems. I think people get too upset when you misgender their dogs. Yeah, well, I'll explain. I'm loving you, you're just like backing up everything I'm saying. No, so for example, a friend of a friend came to the pub and she had her pug with her, and the pug was doing what pugs sort of do best, which is like struggle to survive. It was sort of going like, and I wanted to be nice, so I was like, oh, he's lovely. And she was immediately like, it's a she. Can't you see from her feminine energy? Now, I don't know what feminine energy is in a dog. Maybe they like put their little pinky out while they eat cat shit. But I had to be nice and say, like, apologize to this woman for not inspecting her dog's genitals further enough. Because, like, I think dogs can be gay. I've seen it. I think dogs can be racist. My granny's was. But, like, you can't ask a dog their pronouns. But maybe you can with those little button things that people have for their dogs. Have you guys seen these? I think it's cute, but also deeply concerning. Because one day some dog's just going to be like, what is dog?
So, Neve, I've got to say to you, mate, that, to all the other comedians, that is exactly how it's done. I thought it was really, really funny, interesting, delivered perfectly. I thought when you started doing stuff about pronouns, I thought the 4 lads on the front row would come and punch you out, but you didn't. Well, there's still time at the end, so that's fine. Look, how long have you been going for, mate?
Couple of years.
Couple of years.
Yeah.
But I mean, if I saw that, at, you know, like a bigger club in this is one of the big clubs in London, a big club in the West End, let's say, the same size as this place, to be clear, I would be like, that makes total sense, because you look like you're somebody who's got it together as a real pro. If I was nitpicking, the only thing I would say, and you are a worthy finalist, is that you are good enough and you have enough stage presence that you don't need anything written on your hand. So that's the only thing. But I say that as a compliment to you because it was so funny that I was like, this person's a pro. She's not almost starting out. Anyway, there's nothing. Ignore me as much as you ignored this prick on the front row. And we will all have a good time. Congratulations, worthy 3. Tom.
Yeah, Neve, if this cannon actually worked, I'd be hitting that golden buzzer because you absolutely smashed it, mate. It was unreal. And yeah, you showed all these other beta male comedians how it's done. So that was it. Well done, man. I don't have much to say as I add to that, other than it was brilliant.
Yeah. It's great. You know as well to it. Did you do it in Belfast or did you start over here?
I've done that stuff in Belfast.
Yeah.
I started in England, yeah.
You started over here?
Yeah.
Comedy over here?
Yeah.
Great. You're going to be grand. Just keep going as you're going. It's lovely. Your stage presence is good. Look up a little bit more. Just don't get... I think sometimes when you got nervous, you hit a spot on the back wall, didn't you? And looked at it. They're your friends. You've got them. Trust them. Just, get involved with it all. But you're great.
Thanks.
Bravo. Give it up. Neve Curran. Give it up for her. Yeah, her signature tune. All right. Matt Lowe's, you're coming up. Let's start the clapping. Go mad. Matt Lowe's is your next act. And your 5 minutes begins now.
Big pimpin', baby. How are we doing, guys? We good? Good. So my name's Matt Lowe's. The naval slang for a sailor is a matlow. And do you know what? I should have joined the Navy because a life out at sea, I think the uniform would have looked good on me. And I like to fuck men. No, you're surprised. Imagine how I felt, because I remember the time, because I was like this. Wait, stop. Both of you stop. Is this gay? Oh, it is. That is surprising. Carry on. But I think sexuality is a spectrum. I think of my sexuality in the way that I think of apples. So I like a pink lady. I also like cocks. Sometimes a Granny Smith. Depends how I'm feeling. But yeah, I mean, what that means is that I don't really fit in. I don't fit in on a stag do, because I'm they want to dress the groom up in a dress, and I'm like, oh my God, let me do the makeup. But in the same respect, when I go to a gay bar, I'm like, all right, mate, you look fucking fit. Which actually works better on gay men than straight women. Who knew? Straight women, obviously, they knew that for a long time, right? But yeah, I've recently been dumped. That's like that split the room. I reckon the other half were like, yeah, that's fair enough, actually. I would do the same. But my ex-boyfriend wanted an open relationship. Right, so my idea of an open relationship was that I could have a little hookup every now and again. His idea of an open relationship was that he would open a new relationship before closing the previous one. It's like if you're really bad with money and you open another bank account when you get into your overdraft, and then just ignore all the messages from your previous bank account. But no, it's fine. It's fine. I've got over it. I've got very few regrets. Looking back, I think our relationship, a line in the sand was needed, which, on reflection, was a terrible waste of cocaine. I knew that would work in Vauxhall. Thank you. But yeah, so our relationship,
3 dongs.
Thank you, Matt Lowe's. Tom Elworth, what do you think?
Well, Matt, it is lovely to hear from Millwall's LGBTQ contingent. Thank you. I think, I really, really was enjoying the start of that. I think you got loads of mileage in the fact that you look like you could smash my head in and, you know, potentially fuck it. You know, that's... there's loads you can work on that and keep going down that vein because people are absolutely loving it and like, don't just keep ploughing on with that area because it's a unique voice and, like, not many people, you know, look like you and shag like you. So, yeah, it's great.
Thank you very much, I think.
Yeah, listen, I mean, I thought it was... look, first of all, like, props to you, you know, coming straight from, like, the EDL's LGBTQ division to here, and you've got to get back for a free Tommy Robinson rally, so we don't want to hold you up too much. I thought it was good. I think the trick to these shows, I mean, I don't mean to be in any way worthy, because I think you gave it a good shot and you almost got through, but I think it's to start big, go hard, go right at the top, go with the best stuff. And I think then slowly get shitter over the course of the 5 minutes. That would be my tip. And I think that it was like, there was some stuff that was weaker, and then some really good stuff 2 minutes in, then it slowed down, they got better. It's just like, that will come. How many gigs have you done? How long are you going for?
After that, I think too long is the answer to that.
Yeah, I mean, a year?
But
I mean, 6 months?
I started pre-pandemic, so 2019.
Okay,
worst
so like
time
a year or
to
two,
start
because
comedy,
there's a bit of a write-off in that
Yeah.
time. All right, well, listen, if it all, you know, goes wrong, then start networking, get into armed robbery with the front row over there. But I thought it was nice. Crack on, man. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Yeah, nothing. They've all said the stuff. They've all said. I wondered about a through line. Like I got the kind of like I like both, but there was something that didn't match up about what you are and what you were saying a little bit. Like it started off you went so hard on the gay thing first with like bending over and being like, oh, there's two of you back there, and then so you're like, and I like grannies, and it's like, wow, this guy doesn't know, and now we're all terrified. So I just wonder about that, like hit him with a through line, like what David said, with a show like this, hit him with your cartoon first, like that easy, manageable, caricature version of what you're going to be, and then expand, but make sure you're clear before they can be.
Right. Okay.
Just to be clear, are you actually gay or just a massive homophobe? I wasn't
No,
100% sure.
I am gay, just sounding like homophobe.
It was an elaborate coming out ceremony. No, you are actually.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, just to clear that one up with our lawyers. All right, give that one up.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. A bit of a controversial choice from the God Bite. We've got time for one more person from the jug. Do you want to choose one of you guys? Go on, Hattie. And then we'll have Anna to close the first half in just a moment. Who we got next?
Okay, from the Bucket of Dreams is Akshay Thunderschwer.
Hello. So my family don't actually know that I've started to do comedy. Mainly because I'm already a bit of a disappointment. I work in recruitment. I feel like the room gets a little bit tense when a man of my colour says something like that. It's not that kind of recruitment, you bastards. I actually did a gig yesterday, you know, and I said I work in recruitment, and then a woman at the back shouts, ISIS! I was like, you racist fucking whore. That's the last time I bring my girlfriend to one of my gigs. Thing is, it doesn't really make much sense, you know? ISIS are finished. They have no more people left. For now. We shall rise again! Come home, Shamima! Moving on. So, I'm actually dating a posh white girl right now. Thank you. And people usually look at us and think, how the fuck did that happen? And I've got a bit of a theory, you know. Posh white girls like to rebel against their parents. And what's more rebellious than a Bombay bad boy? But I've learned a lot from dating a white girl, you know. I've learned that they love to go for a fucking walk, don't they? All the time. All the time I have to deal with, that's spicy, isn't it? It's just a biscuit, man. Fucking hell. But at least, you know, compared to dating an Indian girl, a white girl will always have less back hair than you. The Indian girls ain't gonna like that one. But I really like this girl that I'm with right now. So you can imagine how nervous I was to tell my traditional Indian mum that I'm dating a posh white girl. So I came up with a plan. I thought, do you know what? I'll tell her something even worse that an Indian mum would disapprove of, and then I'll tell her the real news, and everything should be happy days, right? So I sat her down. I said, Mum, she said, what is it? I said, I've got something to tell you, you know? I'm seeing someone. She goes, oh my God, oh, what's her name? What's she like? Is she a Pisces? I was like, wait, no, hold on. There's something else. And you're not gonna like this, but I'm gay. Then she said, oh, thank God! I thought you were going to tell me you were with a white girl! Bro, she threw out the Uno reverse on me, man. The plan went out the fucking window. So I've been gay for about a year now. You know, it's hard, man, keeping up with this lie. You know, I thought she was playing chicken with me, but I just don't have the balls to tell her what the truth actually is, you know? So it's really tiring. It's exhausting. I mean, in hindsight, I probably didn't need to suck all that dick, but I'm method, you know, I'm committed. The truth will come out one day. So growing up was tough, actually, you know. I grew up with an underbite. Now, if you don't know what an underbite is, it's when your lower jaw grows too fast. So I'm looking like that, yeah? You look quite suspicious, you know, you look quite evil, and all the time you look like you're plotting world domination or some shit. The kids at school used to be scared of me, you know. I'd go up to a kid, I'd be like, can I borrow a pen, please? Understandable. But I used to also get a lot of names at school as well. And this is the worst one. I'll tell you this one hurt me quite a lot. The kids used to call me Osama Chin Laden. Fucking bastards. And after that, I ended up getting jaw surgery, and I have metal plates in my face. As if it wasn't fucking hard enough for me to get through airport security, as it was. We have to do a lot of shit in airport security, man, brown people. You know, I was actually in Luton Airport a couple of weeks ago, and there was a woman and a kid walking behind me. I was standing there in security, and all I hear from behind me, all I hear is, pack it in! She was actually just talking to a kid. I was like, my mistake, I'm a bit hypersensitive, but I ended up looking at her, she looks at me, and then she says, what are you looking at, you packy? And I was just a kid. You don't want to know what the mum said. I've got a bit of a theory, right, that, let's go on to security.
Bravo. Akshay. Hattie to kick off.
Akshay, great. Akshay, who came dressed as an assassin and then killed. Woo! It was great. I'm really sorry for butchering your last name. I think I made you sound like some sort of Hamley's range. I'm so sorry. I fucking love it. Have you seen The Big Sick, the movie?
Oh, is this with the Indian guys going
going on the white girl and there's a similar joke, not similar in the way you took it, but it just made me think of it. It's fucking brilliant. Like how you managed to get an entire audience into like We Will Rise Again, like is fucking brilliant and is a testament to your likability. Absolutely love Bombay Bad Boy, huge fan. Keep the glasses thing. Gay misdirect, we love that the sideline were more appalled by Luton than anything else you said on the set. J'adore that. Just all in all, well done, great. How long have you been going?
This is my 12th.
Fuck off. Year or gig?
12th gig.
Fuck you. Really fuck you. Who's your favourite comic?
Say again?
Who's your favourite comic?
It's a bit of a rogue one, but have you heard of Andrew Schultz?
Yeah.
He's my favourite.
Yeah. It's great. Crack on.
Thank you.
Look, I thought there was some brilliant jokes in there. I mean, my favourite joke, I thought your best joke was that you had a girlfriend. I was like blown away by that. I mean, how do you think of this stuff? Actually, in all seriousness, mate, that is, and I completely concur with Hattie, it makes no sense you're 12 in. Because someone could be doing that for 12 years, and that's the sort of vibe they've got. A really, really good, easy to like. You had all the front row who, would not be necessarily in favour of ISIS, cheering for ISIS. And they will put that onto the Daily Mail comment section later on tonight when they log on to their stolen laptops. But most importantly, I thought that you do. And listen, I'm a liberal man, just so you know, to be clear. That joke about ISIS and looking like someone who's in ISIS, you do look like someone, dressed like someone anyway, who is ready to recruit for ISIS. So all I'm saying to you is I am ready. The West has to fall. But apart from that, mate, like, big muzzle to you. That was very funny. Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, absolutely cracking. Anyone who can make Bring Back Shemima work for me, like, you're in. Fucking brilliant. Like, these guys said it. You're doing amazing. 12 gigs, man. Like, see you at 100 gigs would be incredible. Give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Akshay Tadaswa! Very nice indeed. All right, let's bring on. I think this will be our last person of the half. I think we're ready for a break. And a little is up. Start the clapping.
All right, evening. Hello, hi guys. This is nice, isn't it? It's cozy. And thank you, by the way, for all sitting down, because this is the only time we will be eye level. I'm just going to enjoy this. This is nice. So I've never seen so many dildos in one room. This is quite exciting. The last time I bought a vibrator was, it was through lockdown. Yeah, from Poundland. Yeah, desperate times. But hey, look, guys, £1. What could go wrong? Nothing. It was amazing. Anyway, I'm from North London. Anyone from North London? Boo, okay. You don't have the same dealer as I have then, because my dealer is fucking amazing. I love it where I am. He's great. My dealer gets a bit annoyed with me, though, because, basically I'm always asking him for more. Do you know what I mean? We all want to get a bit higher, don't we? Give me a cheer if you want to get a bit higher. I do, yes. Just a 5 foot. Would be nice. But do you know what I mean? After a few months of living in London, for me anyway, especially, I don't know if you ever got this. Give me a cheer who's moved to London before. Whoa, so you came from a happy place and you're still here. Okay, good. So I'm just sussing this out. For me, after a few months living in London, I was a bit like Nikki of Big Brother. Do you know what I mean? I was kind of thinking, who am I? Who is she? Do you know what I mean? I was like, oh my God, I stopped being able to recognise myself. Honestly, sometimes in London, I feel possessed. I don't recognise myself. Like, the other day, I saw this lady, yeah? She was chatting away to herself, this nut bag, and I was like, oh my God, here we go, this lady. Nah, chat. I looked away, looked back, she was still doing it, and then I looked closer, and I was like, oh shit, that's my reflection. Because that is what London does. But it's okay, because do you know what? There's so many people in here. Give me a cheer if we date online. Are we dating online? Gay, good. So it's not working for you either. Good. My mum thinks I can't commit, and I can commit. 15 years I have committed myself to online dating. And all I think I should get
2 dongs.
is a T-shirt that says, I went online dating, and all I got was paranoia. That's right. Because I feel like a detective. I get suspicious when I see these guys' profile pictures, and they're all wearing sunglasses. You know what I mean? In all the pictures. It's just shady. Hey, I dated a shady guy once before. Yeah. He had a wonky eye. Didn't see that one coming. Didn't see me coming either. But it's good to be out. Something for me, I don't know, like in lockdown, all I was doing is just spending money on like Netflix, food, and getting scammed. Last time I got scammed...
3 dongs.
I don't know. Well, how long was that, God? About 3 minutes?
It was 3 minutes bang on.
3 minutes bang on. I thought that was good. I think it's always difficult when you go on after someone who smashes it, because there's always like a high expectation. But I thought it was good. First of all, how tall are you? Literally 5 foot, is that right? Was that the joke? Okay, cool. So it's good to know that you can take the piss out of Nikki, who died from anorexia, so you can still punch down. That is the most important thing, even being 5 foot tall. So obviously, shame on you. But I thought it was good. How long are we going for, mate? 6 years. Okay, look, I thought it was lovely. I thought it was had a really nice energy. I thought I was like waiting for big, I don't know, punchlines as well. And I was sort of waiting. I'm sure you've sort of got them, but I didn't quite hear them, if that makes sense. I think it was really good. I don't know. I enjoyed it. I hope to see you another time. But it didn't quite connect for whatever reason. There you go. Just like my Tracy has not connected with anyone, so I know how it feels. Tom.
Yeah, I just felt a little bit short on jokes as well. Like it was, just that was it. Just the beginning was good. Some people at the back of the room getting it. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, it was like it started off well and then just sort of tailed off. But keep writing, keep cracking on, and filling it out, and you'll get there.
I always say, if we're not laughing, we're learning, and I didn't know that Poundland did child-sized vibrators, and this is huge. I think for you, best piece of advice might be breathing. I think breathing would help you. Just take a breath. You're grand. You go at a lick, but breathe. Let him in. You're good. You're good, Anna.
Anna Little, give it up for her. All right, give it up. I would say, man, give it up for all your acts you've seen in the first half, man. They did fucking nicely. Give it up for them. We are going to take a break for about 10 minutes or so. We always like to support the venues we're in, so if you want to throw some money at this bar or outside, you can do that. Back in 10 with 6 or 7 more comedians. We've got to decide who wins, and there's more absolute top bands with these lads on the front row who are outside boshing cat right now. See you in 10 minutes. Here's some music. Bye.
Vauxhall Comedy Club, are you ready for the second half of the show? Come on, you know how this works from last time. Are you ready for the second half of the show? Please welcome back your host, David Lewis.
Thank you very much indeed, Lee. Hello, Vauxhall, you well? You all right? Thank you for that incredible, rousing round of applause, first of all, for welcoming me back on. I love that. Can we do that one more time? Please welcome back to the stage your friend of mine, David Lewis. Give me a 2-second round of applause. Thank you. That will do nicely. We are back in play. All right, well, finally, this lady is off to die by herself a bit later on tonight. I know they're back, your friends. Welcome. I'm not. I'm being polite. I'm being nice. Welcome to you guys. Hello. I know some of you guys missed some of the first half, so let me give you the lay of the land. We're joined by a very, very late Christmas party for Foxton's Balham over here, and they're all enjoying themselves. We're joined by 4 people from Epsom Ladies College doing their GCSEs. They're actually on work experience tonight, which is very nice. You guys are on day release, did you say? I'll do the jokes, but thank you. And then we've got 4 lads, and incredibly we've got a father and son in the middle. Can you believe that? That is unbelievable. It's the first father and son in Vauxhall show history. I believe 2 have at some point in their life shared a threesome. But we'll get on to that later on. No, you boys are fucking good. I'm joking. These guys have been fucking great. I love you boys. And then we've got various other people. You guys in the front row, I love you. I'm a bit intimidated by you, but I love you nonetheless. So as I should be, all right, thank you, Mrs. Big Dick Energy. Okay, so, let's not worry. We've got a second half to get through. The judges have been fucking great. Give it up for Hattie and Tom. First, do you want a bit more from the second? What are you thinking?
I just think it's all great. I think maybe let's get some more dreams shattered out here.
I think so. Yeah. I think I'd say so. I'd say anything. Yeah, you want to add something, Tom?
A bit of soul crushing, and also a bit more. I would like a bit more energy. Big energy from some of the acts coming on here. Everyone's been quite reserved, so if anyone's got a bit of physicality to them, I'm looking for that.
All right, fair enough. They're both in a lot of therapy at the moment. Ignore them. But well done, I'm joking. They're tops. Now, the judges did very nicely in the first half, I have to say, especially my favourite person in the room, and that's because I really hate myself. Tell me your name again, the woman in the red? Adea. So Adea said to me, when I first saw you, I thought you were like Louis Theroux, but with a much bigger nose. Obviously, and I mean this with love, die. That is all good. So that's cool. Any comments from here like that? No? It is a Jewish Louis Theroux. Thank you for ethnically profiling me, mate. Well done. All right. That isn't remotely triggering for me. Well, you know what? I did that joke last week. They played Fiddler on the Roof. I got to be happier. All right, listen, you and me can have a long chat with my rabbi a bit later on about why you are so fucked in the head. But for now, we have got a second half to get through, and this is how it is going to work. The guys who did the judging in the first, you did very nicely, but I would say, and I'm sure the judges will agree with me, we need to ramp it up just a little. I think some people are getting too long. You could see from Neve and Akshay, when they come on and smash, they smash. Those are the people, we're celebrating all the comedians, of course, but those people fucking you, they show us all how it's done. So if you are not enjoying, we need people to be getting rid. And if people are not liking it, you need to shout out. Just shout out what you're going to say if they're just dying on their ass. I like that. Boo, boo, what do you want me to shout, sir? All right. Listen, that's good. We'll take all this back to Hogwarts later on. But We need some judges. Now, I need real pieces of shit. I need pieces of shit who are also proactive. We don't want to be looking over. It should be clear if they are dying that they need to go, all right? You, madam, I'm just too concerned you're going to smash someone in the face with it. We're going to have a lawsuit on our hands. Oh, no, look what I did. All right, you, madam, are you a piece of shit? Because you seem nice. Okay, pass this back. Tell us your name. Shannon, okay, you seem really, really nice, but hopefully the guy you're with, who's been yawning halfway through, will hopefully come up on the fucking tramadol he's been taking. What a prick. So, what's your name, buddy? Again? Okay, we're going to call you Daniel. And so why is it that you're yawning today, buddy? What's been going on? Obviously, I can't understand a word he says, but well done, you. And it sounds good. You go back to sleep, buddy, and I'll keep waving this dick in your girlfriend's direction. That's all good. That's welcome to dating in post-Brexit Britain, all right? This is not the Brexit father and son voted for over there, is it? But it is what it is. I'm joking. Who knows if you voted Brexit or not? You definitely did. But everyone else, who knows? I'm joking. It's all good. Crack on. Shannon, don't fuck around. If they are not good, they got to go. We've all got homes to go to, as I say. I got 3 more. Come on, let's make it happen. You guys over there, will you do it? Don't fuck around, though. If you're going to do it properly. Tell us your name. It's the first time she's held a cock. Honestly, can you believe I have a law degree? This is what I do with my time. All right. So there you go. You, madam, do you want to do it? Yeah, are you sure? You look very nice. What's the worst thing you've done recently? Have you ever fucking trolled someone online? Have you been like horrifically racist? Have you beaten someone up? What's the worst thing you've done? You've ghosted people. Listen. Listen, I'm sensing you've ghosted all 4 of these guys over here. That's why they're here tonight. We've all ghosted people, mate. Well done, though, you, for having sex and putting us in a quandary because you're only 15. So thanks for letting us know. That's very, very problematic for us. All right, look, we'll start with you. Don't fuck around, as I said. They got to go. They got to go. Tell us your name. Maud, okay, well you seem nicer than like Adea, but like literally like Hitler is nicer than Adea. So it is what it is. And we've got one more massive cock to get through. Who can we do it? One last one. Yeah? Lady at the back. Do you want this one? Oh, there's a man at the back. Sorry, I can't see shit. Forgive me. That's the light in my eyes. You want the gong? Okay, pass that back. Tell us your name, sir. Dev? Dev, are you horrible? I need fucking people who are horrible. What's the worst thing you've done? This person's ghosted someone, and Shannon was once like 2 days late paying her tax bill. That is the worst thing. I'm joking. She obviously doesn't pay tax. So that's fine, because Aaron's doing a tax return. You don't have to declare it. It's fine. Just let's spend it on a holiday to Benidorm again. So what about you, Dev? What's the worst thing you've done?
I'm a regular, and I've gone people for no reason.
Okay, well, you are very sure of yourself, and that was a bad answer. But we will work with it anyway, and that's good. So don't fuck away. Expect big things from all of you guys. Get them off if they're not doing it. Again, as a reminder, everyone gets 5 minutes. After 1 minute from the booth, you will hear this noise. At that point, you've got 4 minutes. If you're not enjoying it, to gong them off. Show me what you're going to do if you're not enjoying them. 1 gong, 2 gongs. Shannon, I'm taking that off you if you don't mess around. And then Dev over here is holding up his dildo too. All right, well listen, what a time to be alive. Let's just crack on with this second one. All right, listen, we're going to do it. I think we'll start with someone from the pot again, because that seems fun. Hattie, will you choose? All right, ladies, are you ready for a great second half? Go mad. If they're rubbish, you gong them off. Who have we got first up, Hattie?
First up in the second half is Adam Ferry.
Bravo!
So guys, the other day I was in a kebab shop, right, and I was getting a kebab, and there was only 2 options, right? It was just large and extra large, and I remember thinking large and extra large is a good system. I think we should use that for other things, you know? Like, I think women should use that when they talk about penis size. I was working at a football stadium the other day, guys. That was interesting for me, because I like football, right, but I don't love it like other people. You need to wait a minute. Anyway, so I was working at a football stadium, right? And that was interesting for me because I like football, but I don't love it like other people, you know? So seeing people who love their team and their players and hate the other team and their players was an interesting experience for me, right? I mean, working at a football stadium is the only place I've seen a 6-year-old girl do this to a grown man. I did call her a cunt first, but she was being a cunt.
1 dong.
Okay, there it is.
2 dongs. 3 dongs.
All right. Thank you very much indeed, Adam, for starting and ending the first section of the second half very quickly. I love the fact that Dev, having died for 1 minute, was saying, no, don't put it up. That's exactly what I'm after, Dev. Well done for understanding the basis of tonight's show. Listen, I thought that it's difficult to say because you came on and you seemed a bit sort of jumbled. How long have you been going for, Adam? You seem like a nice guy, may I say.
Probably in like July this.
You started in July, so you've been going almost like 9 months or so.
Yeah.
I thought that there wasn't really any jokes, apart from like doing a 6-year-old girl doing a wanker sign to a man, which I thought was hilarious if we were living in 1971. But we're sadly not. So I think that, well, no, you can crack on. Sometimes it's not your night. Sometimes, if you were like, you can just always ask for your parents to pay for you to go travelling around East Asia. That's what I did when I fucking died. So it is what it is. I will leave you to it. Good luck. Love to see you again.
Yeah, just a little note. Don't write it on your hand, man. Like, you were going, and then it was fine, and then you stopped, and then you made it very obvious to look at your hand like that, and everyone was like, what the fuck? Yeah. Yeah, man, power on with your stuff.
I mean, it's because I'm trying some new jokes and stuff, so I need to just...
But then my second tip is don't do new jokes at a Gong show. But,
it's the only place I can get like a real audience, all right?
Okay,
It's
yeah.
like a catch-22.
All right, I'm just feeling sad for you now. Okay, carry on. Okay.
Yeah, I hear it, Adam. I know it's a fucking nightmare, this whole thing of like gongs versus you need to win versus you need to stay time. It's a whole thing. Whatever show you're doing, introduce yourself up top. Introduce yourself. I know I said your name, then you walked up, grabbed the phone and went, I was in a kebab shop the other day, and everyone's like, hi. You don't say to them, hi, my name's Adam, but there needs to be like, and this is who I am, because I thought you were going to get it back. When you said to that woman, you're like, oh, you have to wait a minute. Everyone went, oh, he actually might be a pair of safe hands. The only thing you're doing up top of a set is being like, I'm a pair of safe hands and this is why. Okay. So wherever you are, open mic, dong show, comedy store, safe hands is your first priority at the beginning. But you know this, and it's tough, and it's, stay some vision, but crack on. Fine.
Okay, thank you.
Well done, Adam. Adam Farris. All right, welcome on your next act, Yanas Hidesto.
Sorry, my English is not good. Fuck you. Sorry, thank you. My name is Hidesto. You can probably tell from my appearance where I am from. Yes, Peckham. Via Japan. Can you pronounce my name Hidesto? Fuck you. If it is difficult, call me in British translation, Heidi Ho. Please, you guys, I want you guys to keep in mind, I'm definitely not Chinese. Fat Asian guys wearing glasses is not always Chinese. Of course, I understand. It is very difficult to distinguish East Asian people.
1 dong.
But we don't build towns all over the world. And we don't have a fake Mickey Mouse. I'm very proud to be Japanese. I've been there all my life. Have you ever been to Japan? Fuck you. I made
3
Japan.
dongs.
Stay there for a second. Thank you, Yorasi. My esteemed colleague, Mr. Tom Elworth.
Well, I mean, I felt like you had one joke that was strong, and it was saying "fuck you." So, that was great. Everything else well, fuck you. It was terrible, but you keep working on that, keep working, and keep going with the mileage of the fuck you thing, and that was great. But yeah, just keep writing, and you'll figure out something else and more jokes to put in the set, and eventually you'll build up, and you'll get there.
This is my favourite set of the whole night. My favourite set. My favourite. I agree. I think the audacity, the kind of brave audacity of telling the only other Asian woman in the audience to go fuck herself because she went to Japan is kind of inspired and brilliant, and maybe we don't deserve you on this earth. Actually, is kind of where I'm at. Like, you've turned up dressed as like a Japanese Harry Potter with a questionable wardrobe, and I love your jumper. I love Everett moaning, Lisa. Okay, yeah, I'm in. Like, are you kidding? I think you're my favourite comedian on the circuit. So thank you for coming.
Sorry, please speak more and more slowly.
More slowly.
Sorry, what's that?
You nailed it tonight. You are the best.
Well, I don't really know where to position myself between Tom, who thought you were very average, and Hattie thought you were like the best thing since Richard Pryor up here. But for me, I'm sort of somewhere in between. To be fair, I was laughing loads, and that is always, I think, fuck it. I think comedy is just make people laugh. It doesn't matter how you get there. If they're laughing at you or with you, just fucking make that happen. Just trust me, what I'm saying is amazing, Yanase. So to say it slowly, I would say never, ever come back to this comedy club. Okay? No.
Fuck you.
Fuck me. Yanase, I've got... Wait. Yanase, I've got one more thing to say. I thought it was really, really funny, and you made me laugh, so thank you. Come and do it again, and tell people to fuck themselves more, all right? You only did 3 times. Tell people to fuck themselves 10 times, 100 times, and you'll win. Congratulations. Arigato. I loved it. Thank you. Okay. Yanase Hidesto. He is gone. I don't know if he's going to commit harikiri right now and disembowel himself. Hopefully he doesn't. Binzy is up next. Start the clapping!
Big pimpin', baby. I know what you're thinking. Gangster rapper. And you're correct. I am indeed a mental health poet. Universally known on the streets as the bad boy of mental health. I'm Binzy, or Binzy the writer for short. And I'm a writer and a poet, so anything you don't actually find funny is called a poem. Got out of my system. I was recently given some advice, which was to never ever go for the low hanging fruit. Not sure I'm built for that. Speaking of fruits, do we have any vegans in? Not one? Well, I was going to say nice to meet substitute you. But you don't deserve it. I myself am a vegan, have been for a little while now, since before it was cool. So 3 months or so. And as you can tell, the physical benefits are not that evident. But yeah, I am a vegan. I'm a super vegan, if you like. Follow every single damn rule of veganism, with the exception of diet and lifestyle. Now hear me out, there is a way where you can be a vegan and still eat meat. Trust the process. Step 1 is belief. Just believe that whatever the fuck you are about to do is vegan. Step 2, you get your bit of meat. If you're feeling adventurous, maybe some lamb wings. 3rd step. You lot are ruining my cool, man. Come on. Third step is you get your said lamb wings, place them on a bed of vegetables maybe, or if you're rich and white or poor and not, a vine leaf. As long as you place the wings on top of the vine leaf, you have yourself a plant-based dish. Well, seeing as you tolerated me, here's a poem about cauliflower. It's a feel-good poem. Big respect to all the vegans. Never stop doing your thing. All for calling bacon bacon, even with no meat within. But one thought within our lifestyle, to your attention I must bring. Call a spade, but no such thing as cauliflower wings. Concept understood, but understand, no cauliflowers fly. Oh, you've seen wings on cauliflower? I see cauliflower lies. Coating and frying cauliflower, don't make it wings for goodness sake. The only thing that makes less sense is fucking cauliflower steak. How would you like your cauliflower steak? Medium, al dente or rare? See that cauliflower steakhouse? There it is, right over where? That work as well with peppercorn sauce or fancy chips that were cooked thrice. Don't even let me get started on fucking cauliflower rice. You got me started. Who grates a cauliflower twice and calls it cauliflower rice? Us vegans try and save the world. For food we get charged twice the price. Even got flour in your name, can't help yourself with the deceit. Grow up and sort your shit out, be yourself, and be a cauliflower, please. Told you it was a feel-good poem. I feel a lot better knowing that no cauliflowers were harmed in the making of this. Physically anyway. Some of those motherfuckers got burned. On that note, fuck broccoli too. I don't. Right. You've been good listeners. I've been Binzy, and those were jokes. So, thank you, I guess.
How long left? That's good. Was that the 5 minutes?
It was just, yeah. At
Okay.
first I thought Anna Little would come back with a really offensive character act.
You don't know me.
Hattie.
Binzy, kind of great. Like, I fucking love the audacity to get up and be like, I'm a vegetable comic, and I'm fucking here for it. That's incredible. Like, pick a hill to die on, my guy, and yeah, that's it. And you didn't die. It was great. How long have you been going?
That was gig 25. So
Fuck, yeah, fair enough. Good boy. When the confidence comes, it's going to be really fun. Like, really fun, because it's all there, all the working parts. Have you heard of a comedian called Doc Brown?
Yeah.
He has this bit online about like they're making the perfect cup of tea, and I know his is more rap, and you don't have to go down there, but like it's that thing of, I mean, you have all the natural born aggression of a tulip, by the way. So I'm not saying I'd be like go get, but like there's a world where you marry two styles that don't seem to make sense, like spoken word poetry and like fierce loathing of vegetables. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I really think like that will be really fun. So just keep going. Stage time's going to be your friend because you get the confidence levels up. But keep doing what you're doing. It's really fun and different, and I fucking love that.
Thank you.
Yeah, man, it was great. You just got done in by the vegans on the front row. But other than that, he's smashing it, man. The only thing I would say is just, I wanted to know a little bit more about you, other than your hatred of vegetables. So, yeah, just, at the top, maybe do a bit more about yourself and then launch into the poetry, because that's absolutely on point.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, look, I'd agree with both of those. Like, that you could have more presence, if I'm being honest. I think that like you're someone who's got an interesting like take on everything, and that's that mental health poetry stuff. I think is good. I think you're dressing it up, and I think that you could be really dark as well. I think like mental health poetry, you come up with some really funny like dark shit. And I don't know if like vegetable-based humour was necessarily where I thought that was going to go. But props to you for evoking the best heckle of the night from the front row, which was I hate broccoli. So I thought that was intellectual. I speak as an intellectual, really fucking profound. But no, dude, look, what, 25 gigs in? I think that you've got to think, I would own the stage more. It's almost like you're apologetic about being here. Like, own it. Like, if you need to be like, what's that expression? Fuck. Like, if you think you have to fake it till you make it, do that. Like, you should own it way more than you are. Even now, looking at me, you're like almost surprised to be here. Your work, there you go. Let's not get carried away. Let's not get carried away, all right? Let's speak afterwards. I did just shit myself, the way you looked at me. That's fine. It's all well. I've got to fucking contain these 4 pricks on the front row. I don't need you as well. But that's all I'd say, mate. But well done. You're through anyway to the final. Congrats. Well done, Binzy. It's done. There you go. So, as he puts an enormous courgette somewhere in his person, we are going to choose someone from here. Miss Preston, if you please.
Okay, coming to the stage is Paris K.
Sorry, I made a very, very poor exit, but I'll give you an excuse for this because these idiots over here can't guide a blind person if they could try. And, I think I'm going to have to give them some lessons on how to move blind people around the building. Really and truly, I should have an exam first, but they ain't got time. But you know what? It's nice meeting all the Vauxhall people in there, even though I can't see you fuckers. But it's just like, I'm just shocked they called my name out. Because I was sitting there getting a bit tired in my old legs, because who knows how old I am?
18.
You're a prick. Yeah, there's no 8s in my team. Definitely not. I'm in my 4 and 4, 6? No, definitely not. No, 46. Yes, I'm going with a 46 all the way. No, I don't lie, You're the liar. I don't do it. I'm a nice, calm man. I don't have no beef, no dreams, and you know what I mean? I'm just here chatting breeze, and you lot are just laughing. It's quite interesting how I can just laugh by talking. I thought you had to tell jokes like who crossing the road, with all those lame jokes like that. I'm not even gonna go there. It's crap. It's really crap. I just don't know. But they told me I should talk about myself. My name is Paris K. So that's my name. Yes. Okay, I done it. I really did do it. But you see what, I'm more than just Paris K, because I was born with sight. I could see loads of Batty, loads of girls, loads of Coca-Cola. I was ashamed to be Ghanaian because it wasn't written in the books to have those baddies like that. No, it was a shame. Yeah, what did you say?
Just imagine, bro.
Me.
You got it easy.
I know. No. I do see it in a certain way. It's called the right hand. Normally, I use the left because it's more cleaner. Because it depends on who's got their period going on, No. It's crazy. They shouldn't let people in this place where they got these words, Seriously. I mean, I'm just polite. Who thinks I'm doing rubbish? Oh, never mind. Oh, that's not. No, man. I can't believe it. I'm still here. It's so funny. It's so funny. Do you know what's funny? Yeah, I'll tell you what. You know the lady? Well, there's quite a lot of ladies this time around. But, yeah, woo. Who wants woo? Yeah, I'll be single soon anyway. in about 8 years' time. But, yeah, my wife will be going back to court. Yeah, we got married in the court. Damn, I never got to church. But, one day it might happen for me, the church and the white labels. All of them, alcoholics and shit. But you know what? The best thing about white marriage, is that you gotta kiss them. Ugh! It's just appalling because some people don't brush their teeth. I mean, I'm a prime example. Sometimes I was rushing here today. I was so late. I didn't even think they opened the door. But I made it through. I got a nice Addison Lee today. Say, ooh-wee. Yeah, Addison Lee, big you up, you dicks. Never that. No, but yeah, the Addison Lee driver, he's going to come next week as well. I said, poor you. They don't know what they're looking for. You're not going to get the price in here. I bet people over there are doing 5 ways. But yeah, is it about 5 minutes yet?
Oh, dude. Give it up, Paris K.
They want to talk to
listen,
me.
yeah, it's all right. Well done to you. We feedback and judge how you did. I thought, first of all, props to you. I thought that you were just sort of wasting time for the first 2 minutes to run down the clock. But I thought that would have been a genius way to do things. But I thought that was nice, and I like the fact you opened up and sort of, told us a bit about yourself. That's sort of what I want to hear about the people. I didn't necessarily like everything I heard. The fact you got married in court, which is fucking mental, and sounding like illegal. So whoever you married has taken you for a ride.
Most probably.
Sorry, your 5 minutes is over. But thank you. But Paris, I thought, I don't know how to put it. I could have listened to you a lot more. I think you've got really interesting stuff to say. How many gigs have you done?
2.
Oh, okay. Well, that's put me back in my box, hasn't it? Well, listen, for what it's worth, I'm David, I'm the host. I loved it. I thought it was very funny. Well done for getting through.
Woo!
Tom.
Thank you. Can somebody help me off now?
Yeah, I was just going to say I was absolutely blindsided by how good that was, but it was absolutely cracking, honestly. It was great. It was brilliant. And I thought that I thought it was really good, really interesting, and I enjoyed all of it, to be honest. And keep coming back, keep coming down, keep doing bits, and you'll smash it, man. Just keep going. That's it. If you're only on gig 2. Again, I want to see you at gig 20, man. It'll be unbelievable. Yeah.
Paris, I just loved you discovering on stage how fucking ridiculous comedy is. Like, we all have moments out there where we're like, are they laughing at just me talking things? Like, and it's just beautiful to have someone be like, this is fucking bullshit, what we're all doing. And it is. And I loved you just sitting in that. It was so great. You're definitely the people's Prince Paris, there's no doubt. And just fucking props to you. It was great. It's so great to have you down here. And yeah, keep cracking on. It's great. You've got very easy likability on stage. And actually, I think this is good stuff for you. Just keep going with it.
Give it up, Paris K. Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, for what it's worth, the main thing we have learned from the last sort of few minutes is that my fellow judges, Hattie and Tom, almost definitely went to brownies and scouts, respectively. In the way they held back, I just sat here doing fuck all, looking at Uber times on my phone.
We are getting badges at the end of this, aren't we?
You should be.
Like,
You
so
should be
that's
getting a
fine,
blue
so
pizza badge. It's not before time. Get in line, though. These people fucking mug you for it.
Absolutely.
The Hogwarts girls, the pure Slytherin
I'm also aware
contingent
how
over there.
insensitive it was just to ask a Jewish man if he'd give me a badge after this gig. So I'm really
Yeah,
sorry
that's
about
true.
that.
That's true. That's true. Like, can I introduce you to my friend fucking Goering on the front row? And you and him would definitely hit it off. Yellow badges for everyone later on. All right, listen. So, Paris K, you are sitting down again. We're going to bring on the next act just now. James Chicky!
Hello. Yeah. Yeah, fucking yeah. Hi everyone, it's James. Nice to be here. Don't get out much. So I thought I'd treat myself tonight to a quick trim downstairs. You know, I'm a metropolitan man. Not my best circumcision. Not my worst. All right. From a little place called Uxbridge. Correct, shithole. Uxbridge is a weird one. It's a weird sort of blend of the middle and working classes, you know. I never know what my mates are getting up to. My mate was like, I'm nipping out for a shank. I was like, is that lamb or crime? Got no idea. Me and my mates were out on the town for a little bit of a... Yeah, come on. A little bit of a... Brunch. We go for brunch. The waiter comes over and says, how do you want your eggs? Do you want them pop, poached? You can get them screw, rambled. We can get them, boiled. Weird place, good eggs. I living at home with my dad. Interesting thing about my dad is he's really old, okay? He's 83. No one's impressed. All right. If that's not old enough, you see my granddad. Okay, he's dead. Good for him. Living at home with my mum, Twist. Okay. My mum was a very pushy lady. Okay. She had this one catchphrase she'd say to me all the time. She said, "James, you got to work hard and play the piano." I hate her. My mum is the Asian one, okay? My mum's Asian and my dad is white, which makes me an abomination. All right. No, sorry, an abomination. All right. It's weird. It turns out, right? I'm half white, I'm half Asian. It turns out when you're half white and you're half Asian, you just look Asian. Don't know if anyone needs a hand with that one. Whoa! Fuck off. All right. It's fun doing that joke in Asia because just like you just look white. Okay. I don't have any of the benefits of being mixed race either. You know, I can't speak my mum's language, Cambodian, which is really annoying actually because all she had to do was talk to me. And I guess she didn't feel like doing that. And don't tell me it's because she wanted me raised English, all right? Because she didn't speak English. It was Cambodian or nothing. She made her choice very clear. I confronted her on this. I was like, why didn't you teach me any Cambodian when I was growing up? And she was like, oh, James, it's because I was too busy trying to practice my English. On a baby? I couldn't talk, but you had to come in from your lesson like, oh, hello, how you are? And I'm just there, a baby. Yeah, sounds good to me. Can I have a tit now, please? I am dying of thirst. Also, what, was I just going to learn broken English? Because that's what you do, right? You learn your language off your parents. My mum can't say the S's at the ends of words, right? She calls me Jame. My year 1 teacher was horrified after our trip to the petting zoo when I said I've been out all day riding a whore. Awful stuff. I actually, to be fair, and that's a lie, I did learn one phrase, and that's "een daktere mij leunen," and I got no idea what it means. My mum just used to say it before she hit me. So I think it means duck. But we never got to the bottom of that one. I've been an accountant for 3 years because I just love smashing stereotypes. All the bullies at school were like, "You're gonna be some nerdy F1 driver when you grow up," and I was like, "I'll show you." It's a tough job. They work you really hard, all right? My boss was like, one time, he's like, "James, next week I'm gonna need you to work a 60-hour week." And I just thought, no way. Do you know what I told him? I'll give you a hint. It starts with F and it ends in uck off. Yeah. I said, frankly, I will do anything not to be struck off. And then he sacked me for being too keen. It was great. It was a weird job, right? Like I was 3 years. I was an accountant, and like all my friends and family were like, "Oh my God, you must have so much material about that." What? I just sat around with a bunch of people who hated their jobs and wanted to quit. The laughs we had! Oh my God. One time I logged into my Excel.
Thank you, James. Tom, Elwyn.
Oh man, you killed it, man. That was unbelievable. You know exactly who you are and who your character is, and that's a testament to like all the comics here. Should watch what you just did. You came on, you knew exactly your character and who you were. How long have you been going, man?
Yeah, like a couple of years.
Couple of years?
Yeah. 3 years.
3 years. Nice. Just keep going, man. I'm unreal. I liked it. I like the energy as well. Good stage presence. That was some physicality. That's what I was looking for, ladies and gentlemen. And you did it. Well done, man.
I love playing with that sort of like lost gap year, but not quite, but maybe reverse gap year thing. It's such fucking fun. And I say with Tom, like, play more with the energy, like, because I think you can sometimes get yourself into a bit of a lilt, like a bit of like a, do you know what I mean? But it's great. I loved "Is That Lamb or Crime?" That's so beautiful as a line. I think you can do more in the mum baby can't speak English act out. I think it's got more air in it than it needs. I'm being pernickety because I think you need this because you're good. So there's more air in the act out than it needs. And nerdy F1 driver is also just beautiful. So just crack on. It's really good, James. Really, really good.
Thanks very much. Thank you.
Yeah, look, I would agree with that. I mean, it's really a question more for your mum. I mean, how is it for her living in Boris Johnson's constituency from Cambodia? That's my main concern.
She's the most racist person I know.
That's a great relief. Do you know what, James? That's a great relief. I was concerned that she'd have some problems, but well done her for embracing all the awfulness of Boris. In terms of your set, I would agree. I would say you could, be even more. That idea of owning the stage even more so, I mean, I like the idea of being the accountant. I think there's stuff in that too. I don't know, dude. I think you did nicely. I think that was good. Obviously, the crowd liked you. This woman enjoyed it so much, she kept smashing herself in the face with a dildo. We've never actually seen that before, but for some reason, her friends kept saying stop it, and then she did it twice more. So. She's on OnlyFans. Well, that is the biggest fucking surprise of the night, isn't it? All right. Well, listen, either way, bravo, James Chicky, you're through to the final. Okay, let's have one more of these. Let's have one more person from the thing. Hattie, who's up from the box of dreams?
It is Connor, yay!
Nice to see you all. So I'm getting to the age now where my friends are beginning to ask if I ever want kids. And I think one day I'd quite like kids, but it's important to me that they be raised, the same way I was, by a single mother. So lately people keep telling me I look like that guy from Bridgerton. Now, I've never seen it, but I've slept with enough women that have, Right, I want to explain that joke because I'm worried some of you might think that I'm gross. That is a joke about the black male lead of a romantic television show, the fetishization of black men that occurred in response to that romantic television show, and how I exploit all of that in a Tinder bio. It actually took me a while to realize I was black, because growing up it was just me and my mum. Now she's white, everyone at my school was white, like the teachers, the students, the Asian kid, all white. And as well, it wasn't as if anyone ever told me, they'd say things like, Connor, you're a coloured person, you're half caste, and now they say you're a person of colour. I am glad they've stopped calling me a person of interest though, that really helps. But as well, I don't really like the term person of colour. I don't think it suits me. Because, sure, I'm black from a distance, but I'm also white over the phone. So. If anything, I fancy myself as more of an incognito. Now, growing up, I had one other incognito friend, and his name was Julian. So like me, Julian's dad was black, but unlike me, Julian's dad was present. And when we were about 10 or 11, Julian was playing at mine, and his dad came to pick him up. Now, even the white kids on my council estate were jealous, because, fatherlessness knows no race. But, this moment was so, I remember it so vividly, because this was the first time in my life that I'd met a black adult. Up until that point, all of my black role models, they came from TV. So my idol was the comedian Eddie Murphy, who I loved as the professor in The Nutty Professor. But it wasn't just him. I also really liked esteemed character actor Eddie Murphy, who played the dad in The Nutty Professor. But whilst I was growing up, there were lots of inspirational black women on screen too. Like the actress Eddie Murphy played the mum in The Nutty Professor. So I was talking to someone the other day, and they said to me that everyone between the ages of 25 and 55 were middle-aged. Now I'm almost 25. Well, I'm 29, but that's almost 25. But this conversation, it led to a real period of existential dread. And I know that's a common side effect of small talk anyway, but it made me think, well, maybe when people see me, they see a fully grown man and not the cartoon character I think I am in my head. Vince from Recess, if any of you remember. But it made me think, well, maybe it's time to grow up. So I did what all grown-ups I know do, started watching the news. And I don't know if you've ever seen it, but with the news, it is horrible. All you really get is this might kill you, they might kill you might kill you. And sports, so it didn't help, I'm still an idiot. So I'm a model. Now as a model, it's important to me that I know that you know that I'm a model. It really helps. But now whenever I tell people I'm a model, immediately they'll assume the reason I became one is because I don't have a personality. But if I needed one, I could always buy a Ramones t-shirt and pretend. I look good in anything. So now as well, people will often assume that because I'm a model, I'm also an idiot. But I don't think that it's my fault. The only things I learned at school that I still use are quick maths and fingering. It is my fault I'm not good at either of those things. I'll give you that. But thankfully, my girlfriend, she's a good sport about it all. She'll help me practice. Sometimes when we're cuddled up in bed, she'll take my hand, place it between her legs and whisper, if your meal costs $28.10 and my meal costs $35.50, how much is dinner gonna be? And it's it doesn't matter. She's gonna be paying anyway. Right, so when I wrote that joke, I was worried it might come across a bit misogynistic or chauvinistic. I just don't know which. Like, I'm sure. Sick.
Hattie, you want to
Connor,
go?
it's great. I've seen Connor a bunch of times. I think you're treading even better than ever that line of like model self-deprecation. Like you managed to say things that should make everyone not like you and still like you, and it's fucking great. It's really good. You know your voice. You found it. It's really good. Check your am I squeaking? I'm insane. I'm losing it in my mind. Check your energy sometimes because I think you also can get a bit stuck in the like da 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 da. You know what I mean? But it's really good. Your writing is so tight and clean and great. So just keep going. It's brilliant.
Thank you, Connor, for making me question my own sexuality. Well done. It's actually quite frustrating that you are both funny and attractive. Well done. I think, yeah, man, you were killing it in this room. I think the only thing that let you down is that you mentioned you had a girlfriend. You lost half of them. But
That was a lie for the purposes of the set.
Up until that, man, absolutely cracking. Keep going, brilliant.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, well done on being so completely fuckable. That is a top effort. It was reassuring. I would agree with Tom there. It was reassuring to know that he's handsome and and funny. So it's sort of reassuring to all of us here to know that you had obviously a very difficult childhood. It evens out, so the therapy will pay for itself. So that's good. I didn't have much to say, man. I thought it was good. I thought you could go hard. I thought that model stuff, I thought that's some fucking gold. I thought that was one of my jokes that aren't looking at anything. I think that's, like, you don't, for obvious reasons, you don't see that many models on the circuit, if you know what I mean. We are not necessarily the best looking people. Obviously, I am, but these two fucking, like, bin fires next to me. No, I'm joking, obviously. No, but I'm saying, that's something maybe to think about, because I think it's really funny. How long are we going for, dude?
Like 18 months.
18 months, okay. So you started, like, during lockdown. Well done, you. Crack on, man. Have you played any big gigs? Have you done some big shows?
Never survived here before.
You survived here before? Yeah? All right, well, crack on. I enjoyed it, mate. I thought it was a lot of fun. Well done. You're through to the final. Connor Yates is out. There you go. Thank you. All right, you know what? It's time for our final person of the whole show, Finn Jacobs. Start the clapping, ladies and gentlemen.
I've been trying to challenge myself every day, I'm trying to challenge myself to save money. Don't look so scared, it's all right. I've been challenging myself to save money. Shut the fuck up, please. So I've started cycling around. People told me cycling would save money because you don't have to use the tube, right? That is complete nonsense, because what they don't tell you about cycling is, right, you have to buy a bike, a lock, a helmet, a high vis, some headlights, and because I live in South London, a new bike, a new lock, a new bike, a new lock, a new bike, and then a new lock. But it's pretty dangerous cycling around London because all the traffic. That's why it's kind of only done by the type of middle class people who can't afford the tube every day, but would rather be underneath a bus than on one. But I've moved to London as well. I moved from a town in the north called Cockermouth. Known their locals as Nobbigob. But moving to London, it can be quite hard, so I'm trying to challenge myself to find more companionship in London. So I've set up a profile on Borrow My Doggy, because fuck people. But it's Borrow My Doggy. It's basically, you message dogs, you try and take them for walks, you try and look after them. It's like Tinder. It's like Tinder for dogs. It's supposed to bring joy to your life. But have you ever been rejected by a dog? It fucking hurts, man. It hurts so much more than getting rejected by a woman, because women can have valid reasons, you know. They might not want to be in a relationship with you because they think you can't handle responsibility or marriage. But the only reason a dog's got is they think you can't handle walking or picking up shit. But that was the politest shush I've ever heard. But I absolutely agree. Please, shh the fuck up. But the dogs, the dogs. By the way, guys, you've got gongs. You can use them at any time. That's completely fine. I am not enjoying myself. Please. But I'm getting desperate. I'm getting desperate with these dogs now. Like last night, I had 2 glasses of wine and I triple text a golden retriever called Max. Max didn't reply, so I called his mum a fat bitch, which was unnecessary but accurate. He still didn't reply, so in the end, I just finished the bottle of wine and laughed whilst repeatedly watching the end of Marley and Me. But, I'm trying to challenge myself to be a better person, though. You know, I don't want to do that. I take inspiration from my brother. Basically, I used to worry about my brother. He's called Malcolm, and he never used to fit in. He used to struggle making friends. He'd always be like the last person to get picked if we're playing football or something. But he's grown as a person. He's changed now. He's polyamorous. He's in a relationship with 10 people, which is a lot, I know. But I've met them all. He invited me over to the flat. We had loads of drinks. We had a great night. I stayed over at his, slept in a spare room. I got no sleep that evening because of my brother and the 10 other people having rampant group sex in the next room. But 11 people. That's 110 fingers. How uncomfortable is that to think about? But it's not as uncomfortable as listening to them get put to good use. Like 11 people, that's an entire football team. But like now he's a part of it, so I was getting really excited. I was like, "Go on, Malcolm, get stuck in. Let him know you're there. Don't give him an inch, give him 5. But yeah, obviously I was in the next room, so I couldn't really see them. But I swear I heard somebody say, like, "Should we change to a 4-4-2?" But yeah, I'll tell you what though. Listening to your brother have sex with 10 other people, it's a challenging wank. But like, I'm trying to challenge myself every day, so.
Well done, Finn. That was a top ending. Do you know what? It's not often I've ever seen people like, because normally people gong you off to make you suffer, but they kept you on to make you suffer. So that's good. It was in, it was out. It was in, it was out again. It's sort of like your brother's night out, to be honest with you. Your particular show tonight. How many of you? Just calm down, Miss Xanax on the front row. How many gigs have you done?
I don't know, like 120 maybe.
So quite. You've been going a while, year or so, half a year.
Yeah.
So look, I thought it was good. I think if anything, just tying it up. You were going from the open. I think is good from the South London bit, and then all the way to like, 11 people fingering themselves to like, in between something like encouraging people to gong you off. So I wasn't quite sure what it was, but I think that you should have more faith in it because obviously you can tell jokes very well. I don't know, dude. Crack on. You're through to the final. You did well here, Tom.
Yeah, man, I've never seen death, life, and death again and back again. It was such a roller coaster ride. Don't get distracted by them. They're just audience, man.
I'm tired and grumpy today, so that was my bad. That's my bad.
Oh, we didn't know.
Maybe you should have tried harder.
I'm so sorry. Everyone should respect that a bit more.
Yeah.
He's at a gong show and he's tired.
Yeah, but don't get distracted by an audience. Don't worry about them. Just keep doing what you're doing. You'll smash it.
Finn, I just feel such a I just glow when you're on stage. Your first gig was the one I judged here, wasn't it? Your first ever gig a year ago. And the fact that you're tired and grumpy shows me that you have truly been doing comedy for a full year. And I'm so proud of you. And I think you've grown 3 feet since you started. Why are you so tall? I feel like it wasn't that case a year ago. And it's good. Like, it's good, the writing. And you got nervous up there tonight, which I could see you were getting nervous. And do you get thrown at the beginning?
I did, yeah, because I said, I'm sorry for swearing.
I know, because he's
and
not a nasty person.
I'm
So
not a
he,
nasty
said,
person.
so he said fuck you, and then he stressed himself out because he said
did.
fuck you, and then you got into a spiral, didn't you? Because you
And now
told
I'm
someone to
really
fuck you,
red.
and now you're already panicking. And that's why I fucking love watching you. It's really good. The golden retriever stuff is brilliant. Like the staying and watching Marley and me just to fuck you to Max is beautiful. It's good. Don't let the grind get you down. It's a shitty world, but you're doing really well in it. It's a good first year. Fucking good first year.
Well done. Give it up, Finn Jacobs. And we go back one here. Well, if we've learned nothing tonight, it's the fact that Hattie and Finn have almost definitely matched on Hinge before. All right, I'm joking, it's all good. Man, all I'm going to say to you is give it up for all of our acts you've seen tonight, man. Regardless of how well they did, that takes fucking balls. But there can only be one winner of tonight's show. We're going to decide who it is. Can we please invite all the people that got through the whole 5 minutes to come back on stage? And here's some music from God whilst we decide who wins. Please welcome them back. Thank you.
No, we didn't need to do this, bud. No. Go.
Hey, Paris. It's okay. If you stand there, that's okay. All right. Your finalists have done very, very nicely. Well done to all of you. It was a long chat. Forgive us, only because we couldn't decide, because there was some very close scores to do. Honourable mentions to all of you guys. Everyone smashed it, but there can only be one winner. But tonight, there is in fact two winners, because we couldn't really separate between two people. So please give it up. Your winners of tonight's Gong Show, the people that will come back to do a weekend or like a pro, semi-pro night at some point here tonight are Neve and James. Congratulations. Bravo. Thank you to the rest of you guys. You can go back down. Thanks so much. Well done. You guys have to hang around for a photo, and we can all take some cocaine with the front row in a bit. So take a seat. Well done, Paris. And extra props to Paris for being a fucking great sport, coming up here and being very funny too. Well done. All right. So, no, feel free to just walk straight in front of the stage. Don't worry about that, mate. You knock yourself out. So, this place. How did you have a good night tonight? Was that fun? It was fucking good, wasn't it? It was absolutely brilliant. I will take back all those dildos from you at some point, which is not a line I've said for at least 2 weeks, which is very exciting. This place, just so you know, does comedy 7 nights a mother-frickin' week, and they've always got brilliant different sorts of shows going on. This is their award, I should have said. Hold that up in the air for us. Give them a cheer. Your winners tonight, Neve and James. There you go. That is, from where I'm standing, very, very troubling, especially Neve holding the balls like that. I presume that's what the balls are. Who never knows. Yeah, this place is on 7 nights a week. Always support live comedy if you can. You guys have been a fucking brilliant crowd. Thank you to my amazing, or the amazing judges, Tom and Hattie. Thank you to Tom, who I should say, Lee, and Arslan, and the voice of God in there. Thanks to the management team as well. You guys have been a fucking brilliant crowd. We are here all the time. Come back and see us sometime soon. I've been David Lewis. Good night. Thank you.